Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to pull a few cards for let me just say, the world as a whole, overall energy for the world as a whole. And we have the Magician. How interesting. Overall energy. And let's pull another one. Magician. Manifesting what you want. Having the tools provided to you. We have the Seven of Cups. But once those things granted to you or put in front of you, are you going to make the right choice? Seven of Cups is all about selecting a choice. So for the world as a whole, there's a lot of choices to be made. And somebody's either going to mess up or they're going to make the right choice. I need a little more clarity on that one. Okay, this card wanted to slide out. Let me see what we have. Oh man, but they're going to make the wrong choice. This could be a world leader. Man, they're going to make the wrong choice. Look at that. The Ten of Swords. See her hands tied behind her back. That's the overall energy. So they have all of these things, whether it be money, permissions, weapons. They have to make a choice on what to do with them, how to divide them, disperse them. But they are going to F up so bad. And I'm wondering if this has something to do with, could be the new bill that Trump just signed, but I'm also wondering if it has something to do with Trump sending weapons over to Ukraine and also supporting Benjamin Netanyahu as well. The Fool. He thinks that he's making the right choice. And I feel like it could be Trump, but it may not be necessarily Trump. But it is surrounding a conflict, an open conflict. Sorry, guys, my microphone is kind of in the way there. But all right, somebody's making the wrong choice. The big bill. I feel like this is about war. This feels to be about war. It does. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, the money. Dabbing out that money. Ursula comes to mind. If it were reversed, I'd say Ursula. But it's upright, so maybe not. Give me some more information on what's going on. Seven of Pentacles. Somebody needs to work harder or focus in more. Okay? They need to put more work and effort into whatever this is. Basically, not enough thought. Not enough thought on regarding the tools given to them. They're going to give them, make the wrong choice with that Seven of Cups. They're going to make the wrong choice, and they're going to be screwed, man, whoever this is. It feels like it's money, weapons, it could be to Ukraine and possibly Israel. Could be both, right? It could be both. Could be. I'm hearing training camps. Now, you know, another thing that just came to me that I'm feeling too could also be these immigration holding cells, is what I call them. You know, we have one down here. They just opened it in the Everglades. It just, I don't agree with it, honestly. We have the Two of Wands. Somebody making a decision after the fact. Now, can they go back on that decision is the question. Can they go back? Sometimes you can't change what you've already done. There's going to be a big problem, I feel, legally down the road in a couple of years regarding the treatment of, let me just say, immigration. We have the Page of Wands. Look at this. Nope. You said I could have it, and I'm taking it. Look at the younger page down there. holding on to that bull, pulling him along, even though he's supposed to be the boss man. The female in this picture is smaller, but she says, I've got the balls now because you said I could do it and I'm going to do it. So maybe someone of a high authority, a world leader, is saying, no, now I changed my mind. We can't do this now. It's not going to work out. It's not in the best interest of the people, whether this be immigration, whether this be war related. And I really believe it's a combination of different things here, but it looks like somebody's pulling him by the ball and chain and saying, hell to the no. You said we could do this. We're going to do this. And you can't get out of what you said. You chose the 7 of Cups. You made the choice to tie your hands behind your back. Bam, here we are. Doesn't give me very good energy. And I was originally going to read on Europe. That was this feels more to be, we start off global and it feels just like we're stuck right here. Global. Oh, it came right out too. So we have a lot of pages, a lot of younger people making choices or going over the older person of authority, right? So the Page of Swords. So that fire sign comes in and then the air sign comes in. There's a lot of people looking down at this male, it feels like a man, authority figure, a leader, a world leader. They're looking down at him, these pages. The younger, I could say the younger generation, but it's not that. It's more the younger political stance is looking down like, what the hell are you doing? What were you thinking? Why'd you make that choice? No, you can't go back on it. I don't know. It feels really odd, the energy. We have the King of Wands. So this feels to be, I get a Leo on here. No, I'm not thinking Elon. I'm thinking another, well, I don't know if this would be Vladimir Putin. I'm hearing making more enemies than gaining alliances. That's what I'm hearing right now as I'm pulling the cards. Making more enemies instead of gaining alliances, because you're going back and forth, making all these emotional choices that are not suitable. 8 of Cups, walking away, eventually walking away. So it's like, I screwed up. This feels to be pertaining to things here in the United States. All right. Also, dabbing in with other politics, just like yourself. Okay. Benjamin Netanyahu could be one of the ones I'm getting here, who maybe he runs the show. This could be maybe really based around several factors. Here we go again with another page. Well, we have 7. 7. A lot of 7s. 7 of Wands. So Trump is backed in the corner. He's got 4 or 5 different things going on. I just said it. Okay, I just said it. There's several things going on, and he is not able to back out of his word. Even if it's a bad choice, he can't change it. And I think he's starting to realize, hey, I screwed up here. I screwed up there. And then on top of that, you have people like Benjamin Netanyahu, who personally, if I stop and think about it, this card, this could be Trump, and that could be Ben pulling him along. You're going to do what the fuck I tell you you're going to do. You promised me money for this or that, or you promised me weapons. I don't know. We need it. And you said we could have it. I get more Benjamin Netanyahu than I do Zelensky on that card, because I don't see Zelensky as being as an aggressor like I do Ben. Okay, here we go. 5 of Wands. A lot of fire in this reading. A lot of turmoil. We're facing a lot of turmoil. Okay, the states, we are here. But strongly what I'm getting here also, when I'm dabbing into this, is I see a world leader stepping down in Europe, South Europe. I don't know where, Southeast Europe. I don't know. I don't have the coordinates, but I'm just feeling Southeast Europe. I don't know what countries would that contain of. Southeast Europe. I see a leader, a world leader stepping down. due to scandal, due to citizens not being happy. Not here in the US, but in Europe. Okay, now we have the 9. This is really crazy. The 9 of Wands. Too much of a burden, but not giving up yet. Too much of a burden, but not giving up yet. It's like mixture of kind of things here. Here we go. The Moon. I always feel like I'm done here. The Moon says it all. The Moon says everything that we need to know in this reading. What's hidden will come to light, but in the meantime, it's hidden for us not to know. I say from July to December, expect a lot of weather events. Expect hurricanes, expect typhoons, expect tsunamis, especially tsunamis near Japan or in that region, the China Sea. Expect a leader to step down, possibly an assassination attempt between Benjamin Netanyahu, and I see Zelensky and Putin in that. Also, maybe a Middle Eastern king or prince that has status their power could be challenged in some way. There's going to be a lot of protests in Europe, especially London and France. We've already seen that, but I see more coming. I see Macron, his days are numbered as far as being in power. He also needs to be careful not to turn his back, because someone close to him or an associate of Macron may stab him in the back. And I mean literally stab him in the back, okay, where he's no longer here. I was getting that. Starmer, even though he's a screw up, I'm sorry, I think he could be a screw up. He's not doing much. I've heard a lot of people complain about him, and he's a warmonger. I hear, that's what I hear. I don't know. But I don't see him leaving power yet. I don't see him going anywhere just yet, but it's coming. Also, the leader of Canada, I talked about this months ago, Carney, before he was elected. I said he was going to be elected, and he did become the next prime minister of Canada. Let me pull a few cards on Carney really quick. I see him leaving because of a scandal, possible assassination attempt as well for July, August, September. There could be something with him. If he doesn't leave, he's going to be in a world of shit, and it'll eventually come into that. All right, we have the High Priestess, right? There's a mystery around everything going on in Canada, especially around Carney. Scandal. I feel like it's more of a scandal. Right. Could be. All right, let me take this card here. We have the Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings. Could be, I feel like for Carney, this is not necessarily a new beginning for him. It's a transformation for Carney, but a new beginning for someone else, someone younger to take his place. I do see a younger person eventually taking Carney's place in Canada that will benefit Canada, will actually benefit Canada, right? We have the Justice card. Yeah, law, fairness, new leader. I don't have nothing against Carney. He's never done anything to me, or I haven't heard of him being a bad leader. He hasn't been in power that long, but I just see scandal, and maybe the scandal it pertains justice, right? It could be something to do with the court system for him. But yeah, let's pull one more for a closing, and then I'm going to end this because I'm going to have company coming back soon. I won't be able to do this. One more card for the collective. There might be a message here for you guys. Maybe not political. As a collective needs to know as a whole. Oh, there we go. We have the Six of Pentacles. All right, give and take. Finding balance. Finding balance. Okay, guys? Let's pull another one. Finding balance. What else can we get a clarification for that card? All right, I'm being told to pull the one here in the middle. What is that? Okay. You need to find balance in whatever it is you're working on, or in your overall energy, your life. Okay. I'm hearing the word life. So there's nothing specific. It doesn't ground around one specific area. It's everything. It's everything about you. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. Yeah. You need to learn to manifest on your own and not let someone drive you away from it due to fearing you. So some of you may have an older male I'm getting a man. It doesn't have to be, but get a king of swords kind of bossing you around, telling you, no, don't do it this way. And you're like, but I want to do it this way. This is how I feel it needs to be done. And somebody could be telling you, no, not to do it like that. One more card. This is just a general collective read. So we have the devil and we have the king of pentacles. It's a lot of dark energies kind of coming in here. It feels like certain people are trying to sabotage something you're working on, and you need to maintain strong and tell them to back the F off. Switch decks and go over to my rider deck and pull one more. You're like, well, you just said you were going to pull one more, and you keep pulling. That's how it works when you're doing tarot. Okay, I'm going to grab this one real quick. Yeah. These people you're dealing with, these men, it feels like men. I don't know why, but it could just be females. But you need to learn to collab together. They need to not be so one-minded or stuck in their ways, and they need to learn, and they're going to have to learn to work with you because you're not going to allow them to walk all over you. It could be a project, could be work, could be home life, but it feels like everything is in general. So it could be your partner. It could be your partner. With the Knight of Cups. So follow your heart, follow your dreams here. Manifest, work together is what I'm getting. And if they can't accept you for who you are, whether it's a partner or work, move on, carry on. All right, guys, if you're new to my channel, please hit that like button, share, subscribe, cut on the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for listening.